This video is about thin layer chromatography. First of all, we're provided with a TLC plate. Using a pencil and a ruler, we'll draw a line 2 centimeters from the bottom of the plate. This is the baseline. Make sure that you're drawing smoothly in order not to scratch the silica. And then we'll draw the solvent front, which is almost 1 centimeter from the top of the plate. Make sure while drawing that your hands do not touch the plate in order not to leave any fingerprints. Also make sure that your hands are neat. The plate has two sides, the smooth side and the rough side. We're using the rough side, which is packed with the silicone. Now we'll start spotting. We will leave 0.5 centimeters from the edge of the plate and place the first spot. We will repeat the step on the other edge of the plate, leaving 0.5 centimeters and place the next spot. And in the middle, we will place the last spot. We'll start writing the initials. We have methyl red, fluorescein, and the mixture of both dyes. These are the dyes, methyl red, fluorescein, and mixture of both. Inside each dye, we have a capillary. We will use the capillary in spotting, and we'll be handling it perpendicularly. Before spotting on the plate, we'll be using a filter paper in order to minimize the size of the spot. Until we reach the small spot, we'll be spotting on the plate. We'll repeat the step for the fluorescein. Make sure that this capillary is for fluorescein to avoid contamination. Okay, we'll minimize also the size of the spot. Okay, until we reach a small spot, we'll be spotting on the plate perpendicularly. Last, we'll be spotting the mixture. We'll minimize the spot size and then spot on the plate. Now we have the 3 spots. Our mobile phase is ethyl acetate. We'll be adding it into a jar. Make sure that the volume added is below the baseline. Okay, we'll leave it for a while into the jar in order to be saturated with its vapors, and then we'll use the forceps to handle the TLC plate and put it into the jar, and then we'll close the jar. Make sure not to move the jar from its place while the plate is inside. The developing step will start. The mobile phase is below the baseline. It will move up the silica by capillarity. The solvent will reach the solvent front and the mixture will be separated. Make sure that your eye is on your plate in order to get it out from the jar as long as the solvent reaches the solvent front. The solvent reaches the solvent front. We'll start removing the plate from the jar using a forceps. Avoid touching the plate with your hands. Leave the plate to air dry. Drying will be calculating the RF value or the retardation factor, which is the distance moved by the spot over the distance moved by the solvent. First, we'll be calculating it for the methyl red. The distance moved by the spot is measured from the center of the spot until the baseline. it's 4.2. Then we'll measure the distance moved by the solvent, which is measured from the baseline until the solvent front. It's almost 7 centimeters, and so the RF value for the methyl red is 4.2 divided by 7. We'll repeat the step for the fluorescein. We'll measure the distance moved by the spot, which is from the center of the spot until the baseline. Then we'll measure the distance moved by the solvent, which is the same from the baseline till the solvent front, which is 7 centimeters. And so the RF value for the fluorescein is 4.9 divided by 7. Then we'll measure the RF value of the mixture. We have 2 spots. We'll measure the RF value for each. From the center of the spot until the baseline, okay, is almost 4.3. And so the RF value for the first spot is 4.3 divided by 7, which is the distance moved by the solvent. We'll repeat it for the next spot, okay, from the center of the spot till the baseline. The distance is almost 5 centimeters. Five divided by 7. Now we can compare the RF values of the individual dyes with the mixture. Spot 1 has almost the same RF value as the methyl red, and the second spot has almost the same RF value as the fluorescein, and therefore it's fluorescein.